Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Jazzy official video. Today I'm bringing you guys another horror story animated true pizza delivery. All right, well, I guess this is a true story, not a true pizza delivery, but you know what, we'll call it a true pizza delivery, because why not, right? Before I get into the video, hit that subscribe icon and the bell icon, because we are on the road to 1K, and it is absolutely mind-boggling how 3 weeks ago, we had 567 subscribers. That was capped out at 567 subscribers, and now we're at 605. That's crazy. Or even 600. Wait, hang on, let me check. We're at 608, my guy. That's crazy. We're on the road to 1K. We're gonna go beyond that, you know, like beyond that. Let's get right into this video. Ooh, I like the heartbeat. Gets your heart pumping. Ooh, turned red. You know it's going to be scary when it turns red.
I was out doing a delivery one late night. It was probably the longest drive I had ever taken for a pizza delivery. From the pizza place I worked at, it was a 20-minute drive, which isn't too crazy out where I live. Plus, they ordered 4 large pies, so I figured it was a party and I would get a much bigger tip.
You're going to get a fat tip, my guy. It's a party of 4. You got 4 pies. I kind of want some pizza now too.
Navigating the dirt roads at night was always annoying though. I pulled up to the given address. It was some old, sketchy looking building, literally in the middle of a forest clearing.
That is a sketchy looking house. Like that is an old 1950s house. Like that's your grandma's house. It's got weeds growing on the side of vines growing on the side of the house. You know it's haunted. And you're driving a dirt road at night? Props on you, man. Driving a dirt road at night is dark as hell, and there's no street lamps, no nothing.
There were no cars parked anywhere, or any lights on. I put my car in park and called my boss. I asked him...
No cars, no lights, huge red flags. I'm taking the pizzas and getting out of there and eating these pizzas myself. Unless if they have anchovies on them. Then you can have the pizzas. Or anything like seafood on pizza. I don't know. I don't like it.
To reread the address at least 3 times to make sure I typed it in right, but that checked out. I could tell he was in a really...
But you're asking them to verbally reread the text or the address online. Tell them to snap a picture so that you can do a side-by-side comparison, because if somebody's giving you verbal answers, sometimes they're not always right. I never give correct verbal answers.
A bitchy mood, and he told me to at least knock on the door and...
Hey man, I don't care if it's the right address or the wrong address. Go knock on that door. We gotta get this money.
Check it out. He would normally get mad if we took back 1 pie, but I was afraid of what he would do if I brought back 4. I was insanely unnerved, but got out anyway.
Man is brave. Let me give you that. He's brave.
And forced myself to the front door of the building. There was no doorbell, so...
A solid wood door. Cobwebs on the door, scratches on the door, hasn't been sanded or repainted in a long time. That's the door that goes... You know?
I just knocked really hard.
Automatically opens up.
I heard nothing, and didn't really expect to hear anything. I was extremely disappointed. Not because nobody answered the door, but because I was realizing that it was all a waste.
It was a waste of time and a lot of waste of gas. So you said that this was the longest drive you've had in a night? God damn, that's gotta be like a good 40-minute drive. And you're not getting a tip. Oh, man. I would just turn back. I'd keep the pies in my car and be like, hey, man, they didn't pay. I was late. What are they gonna do? Fire you?
Of time and gas. I knocked 1 more time out of desperation.
The first knock, sure. They should have a Ring doorbell so that when you ring it, but they don't have a doorbell. But anyway, they should invest in a Ring doorbell so that when you ring it, you can have that automatic command prompt where it's like, we'll be right there to greet you.
And then began to hear some kind of rustling noises from inside of the building.
Those are some fat footsteps, man. Holy.
I knocked again and yelled that I was the pizza guy.
Pizza
There was
delivery.
silence now. I felt a bit more uncomfortable now than before. But before I could turn around, I noticed something at the window. There was someone looking through the window. I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman.
Oh shit.
All I noticed were
Those are some bright eyes, man. That's creepy.
their eyes. Their eyes were open wider than I knew possible, staring
Bro, get out of there. Get out of there.
intently at me. I was disturbed enough by this and dropped the pizzas and ran back to my car.
Yeah, good call. Good call. Pick up the pizzas, but good call. I mean, or just leave the pizzas there. Up to you. If you're not hungry, don't take them.
The shitty thing wouldn't start until turning the key for the third time.
Oh, man. He's driving a Prius. I don't like Priuses.
I drove off the grass and back onto the dirt road, but I felt the car rocking
That person was still staring.
about, shaking and bumping. Something wasn't right. I didn't make it far from the building before I
Somebody's in the back seat. Watch. Somebody's gonna be. Oh shit.
started hearing a sharp scraping sound coming from outside. There was so much resistance that I couldn't even drive. The car came to a stop. I got out of the car to check what the hell was wrong. A chill ran up my spine as I began to feel like my heart was constantly skipping beats.
Is there a scratch on your car? Is it the Hookman? Is it Candyman? Is it the hash-slinging the hash-slinging slasher?
The sash ringing! The flash singing!
The hat-slinging slasher!
My tires had been slashed and had completely fallen off the rim.
Oh shit.
Not just the front though. All 4 tires were slashed.
Bruh. Bro. How? There's nobody there. Were there tire spikes on the ground?
I realized somebody did this when I was knocking on the door to that building. Instead of running, I got back in the car and locked the doors. I was so close to that building, I could practically see it from where I was, if it weren't for the trees blocking the view. I dialed 911 and explained everything to the operator. She told me the cops would be over as soon as possible and that I need to stay hidden.
Bro, this music is like freaking me out, but whatever. I don't care. Let's watch it.
I asked her if it was advisable to stay in the car or run, and she told me it would be best to stay in the car with the door locked. She asked me to stand
Dude, somebody's in the back seat, man. They're just laying down. You didn't check the back seat. Your car was unlocked.
on the line with her until the cops arrived. My whole body was shaking. In all directions, there was nothing but dark, seemingly endless forest. I knew it would take forever for the cops to get there. I was not comfortable with sitting in that car so close to whoever did this. The next part, though, is what utterly destroyed me.
Dude, I'm like on the edge right now. Like it's just watching this kind of freaky. There's a link to this story below too if you guys want to watch it on your own without commentary.
It still shakes me to this day, and I hope nobody ever has to experience this kind of fear. As I was scanning all the windows, making sure nobody was outside, I looked in the rearview mirror.
I told you, you're scanning all the windows to make sure that nobody's outside, but you didn't scan what's inside the car, my guy.
There was the same person. The same person.
Oh shit. That looks like a kid. Oh shit. Bright eyes too. Oh shit. Sort of getting the chills. Why? It's an animated story.
I saw at that window. Eyes open wider than ever. I could see now that it was a woman,
Oh shit. Creepy.
and I could ever so slightly see a smile begin to spread across her face. I opened
Bro, she looks scary as hell. She's got blood on her. She's balding. She's anorexic. Ribs showing. Bro, is she? That's a corpse, man. That's a skinwalker. Now I'm hearing things. Oh?
my door and full on sprinted into the woods, not caring how much noise I made. I ran until I was out of breath.
Oh my god. You went into the woods. You went into... No. Dude. You went into the woods. You had to run down the road, man. The cops would have found you. Now you're just stuck in the woods.
Which didn't take long, and I hid behind a giant log on the ground. I tried to cover my loud breathing with my hand as I waited and waited for what felt like hours until I finally heard sirens in the distance. I gathered up all the stamina I had left to run all the way back in the direction of the dirt road. Eventually,
Popo's here, finally. He's running back to his car.
the glowing red and blue lights came into view, and I had never felt better in my life. They were parked in front of my car, investigating with flashlights. I came out yelling at them like a lunatic to help me. I fell to the floor and started to gag, almost throwing up from running so much. They picked me up and began to question me, to which I explained everything to the best of my ability. One of the two cars...
Dude, I was making a pizza run. I came to this address. I don't know where I am. I'm in the middle of the forest. My name is James O'Connor Smith guy. I'm a pizza delivery guy. I work at Mario's Pizza. I was 20 minutes late. I don't know where I'm headed. I ran into the forest because I was scared. Some crazy bitch was stalking me. She came out of the house. She looked dead-ish.
Drove over to the building, and the two officers began to search the building. They came back with nothing except for a couple of spiky objects. These objects were exactly the same as the ones used to slash my tires. The cops guessed that it was some kind of sick, demented couple, being that I saw the woman, but unfortunately they were never found. And that still kills me to this day.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're not real. Those people are not real. That was a skeleton that we saw.
I obviously quit my job right after that and started working at a local grocery store. I know that I'll never forget seeing that woman at the back of my car.
Now she's at the back of the store. Oh, shit. I knew it! I knew it! She was right there. Oh my god. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe icon and that bell icon right over there. Man, these horror animated stories are fun to watch, honestly. And this one is going to be linked down below if you guys want to watch it without commentary, if you guys want to feel like you're on the edge. But make sure that you watch it with both headphones in, full screen it on your TV, on your MacBook, on your iMac, on your Windows laptop, Linux, Google Pixel. These are fun to watch and they're fun to react to. You guys can be scared with me. And there's gonna be a lot more because these horror animated stories are actually kind of fun to watch. That's enough of me talking. I'll let you guys go for today, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Peace out.
And I'm feeling low.